Hi, it's Kylie Koo. Welcome to my studio. So today I'm working on a new challenge, and the challenge title is hashtag ATCAD 2017. And the challenge is to create an ATC every day for the month of June. Now, there are no specific prompts for the challenge, so it's really up to everyone participating to do whatever they want. So I've got my ATC card, and I've taken this piece of a roadmap that I received in Happy Mail a while ago, and all I'm doing is taking pieces of that and I'm going to glue it down to the ATC. And I've deliberately left that kind of rough edge on it, as I thought that would give a nice piece of texture. At this stage, I'm not certain what I'm going to create. All I know is that I wanted to do something that was kind of abstract, I guess, and that had some texture to it. So I just had a bit of a look through my stash and pulled out a couple of things. So this was the first thing, just this map. So just sticking the various pieces down. So I've now got this Andy Skinner stencil, and what I want to take from this is the kind of chevron pattern, and just using some texture paste. Now sorry, the light's changing a bit here. It was kind of going from sunny to dull this particular day. I'm hoping to do a video for each of these cards. I thought I might run a few of the cards together into one video, just depending on the length, but I've decided that as this one today is of sufficient length to actually just make it one video. I have put it on kind of double speed, or speed times 2. I could have made it faster, but sometimes I think you get so fast and then you actually lose some of the subtlety of what's being done. So I've just decided to make this a video on its own. Whether each day will be like that, I don't know. So now I'm just I want to do a bit of stamping onto separate paper. So I'm taking these steampunk stamps, and I'm just using this piece of paper that I'd previously used to use some excess paint on. I think if I'm stamping anything, then I'll always try and use the last piece of ink to get everything off. So I'll just take a piece of paper like this and stamp onto it. So I'm just going to stamp directly onto this. This already gives me a piece of colour, and you know, I'm okay if there's other things stamped in the background. It just all adds to the interest. So I'm taking 2 sizes of stamp, you know, a larger and a smaller, and just doing this several times so that I'll have enough gears to add to the ATC. As I say, just not sure at all about the kind of way that I want to go with the ATC. I'm just letting it develop as it goes along. So all I'm going to do now is cut round that roughly, and then I'll cut out each one again just roughly, and then what I do is I go round each one. I don't fussy cut it, I don't cut into all the little individual gear bits, but I just cut round the edges, and that's them there. And I quite like that each one looks slightly different because of the background colour. So I'm just taking these 2 distress sprays, but what I want to do is to take a paintbrush and actually just push it in a bit. It's really the colour that I'm after, and I like the way that it kind of grips the texture paste and the edges of the paper. That one was kind of jammed, so I just took some of it, put it to the edge, and then just put it straight on with the paintbrush. I didn't quite get the sort of difference in colour that I thought I might, but you know, it doesn't matter. A lot of that ends up getting covered up anyway. and just doing a quick bit of drying and dabbing off the excess. So I think there'll be a few people participating in this particular challenge. I'm not sure if everyone's making videos, but certainly people are showing their cards on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, whatever kind of social media platforms they're on. So here I am now looking at where I'm going to place my gears, just trying to see what kind of pattern fits best. And again, at this stage, really just playing around, not got any particular thought in mind. I think ATCs are fun to make. Sometimes I think they're nice little quick projects, but actually sometimes I can spend as long on an ATC as I do on a larger piece. It just depends on the amount of detail that I'm putting in. So there we go, just gluing them into place now with some gel matte medium, and I change it a little bit as I'm going along. That's just a way of it. But that and the chevrons is giving me the kind of texture that I was looking for. And at one point I had thought that I might colour these, perhaps use the spray again to put a bit of colour on them, but actually in the end I liked the way that the red kind of stood out a little bit from the rest of it, but with the same token it seemed to look quite well against it as well. So I'm just taking the Ink Black Intense because I just want to put in a bit of kind of shading just to emphasise the depth, and even going into those little bits where the paper is kind of torn down the edge, just to emphasise that, because again it adds more texture. Now the matte gel medium was acting as a bit of a resist there, so I'm just going in with more of the Inktense just to make sure that I get it right in there. And really darkening some of those bits. This is starting to look the kind of grungy way that I was hoping it would go, and giving it a bit of a kind of industrial feel, I think. And again, just trimming off the edges. Now the challenge is open for anyone to join in, so you know, if you're watching this and you feel inclined to join in, then you know, do have a go. As I say, there's no prompts, it's just a case of making an ATC card every day for June. So here I have some little bits and pieces. I don't actually know what to call them. Some of them are kind of sequin-like, but again I got these in Happy Mail a while ago and got quite a lot of them. So I thought, yeah, those go quite nicely with that kind of cogs type look and that kind of industrial look. So just going to glue those down with some glossy accents. So I now have those in place, and I'm just taking this Tombow marker. Again, the glue or the matte medium was giving a bit of a resist, and some of the darker pens that I was trying on it, it just wasn't sitting on top of the gel medium, so the Tombow is working fine though. And it's just to give a bit of emphasis to the various elements. And even going back into the torn edge. I then just take the Tombow and kind of outline the edge, and what I'll do in a moment is to take the paintbrush and just smooth that out a little bit, blend it out a little bit. And of course at this point I'm starting to think, well, I'd like to put some words on it, a sentiment, but I have no idea what would go with this, so I looked out my Tim Holtz Chit Chat and just having a look at that and trying to decide first of all whether the black or the white would look better, and I decide on the black, have a look at the various words there, and then I come up with something that I think fits the kind of look of the card. And there it is, go around again. And I just thought that fitted with the kind of notion of the wheels, the cogs coming down the way and then the chevrons going up the way. So go around again. And then I just take my Tombow just to go around those edges. You'll see that the edges are a little bit white, so it's just to knock back the white on the edges. And then all that remains is I'm putting the hashtag on the back, ATCAD 2017 and June 01. And there we have it. So if others are doing this, then you'll be able to search with that hashtag on YouTube. So thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.